Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share my cycling journey from Palangka Raya to Tasikmalaya. But wait, don't worry, I'm not cycling the entire 900 kilometers. This is more of mixed mode journey with my trusty MTB and public transport. So let's dive in. So I'm ready to start this journey. I've got my bag and all the essentials packed. This will be part cycling, part bus, and part ferry. A mix that I'm super excited about. So yeah, let's go! So it all started at my kosan, or like boarding house in Palangka Raya. And then the first stop, the Lagos bus terminal on Jalan RTA Milono. And I had to take the bus because cycling 450 kilometers to Pangkalan Bun would be crazy. Yeah, for me. As I stood in front of the boarding house or this kosan for the last time, I took a moment to soak it all in. This place has been my home, my sanctuary, but it's time to move on. Right now, I'm going to Lagos bus pool. So let's go. I'll be heading back to Tasikmalaya for a semester, and when I return to Palangka Raya, it will be a new chapter and new kosan. When I arrived at the Lagos bus station, the waiting area was quite comfortable. I thought everything was set, but then I found out the bus didn't actually stop here. Instead, passengers waiting at the station were taken by shuttle to the WA Gara bus terminal. So how about my bike? It was loaded onto a pickup truck to follow us there. After waiting a few minutes at the WA Gara terminal, the bus I would be taking finally arrived. Yay! The staff carefully loaded my bike into the rear passenger cabin. I was pretty sure it would be safe there. By the way, bringing a bike on this bus costs 100,000 rupiah. And once my bike was secure, I walked to the front entrance of the bus. My first impression of the passenger cabin, like nothing special, but it felt clean and comfortable, with no unpleasant smells. I quickly found my seat 3A and settled in with a goodie bag containing a paddock stand, since my bike doesn't have its own. Hi. This is it. The first leg of my journey. I'm heading to Pangkalan Bun by Lagos bus, and it's a 10-hour trip by bus. At first, I thought the bus would take the passengers from bus pool, but not. They took all the passengers from bus terminal, WA Gara bus terminal, and luckily they allow bikes on the bus, literally on the bus. They took my bike into the bus. After about 10 to 12 hours on the road, I finally arrived at the Lagos bus station in Pangkalan Bun. It was a long journey, but I made it. Yay! As soon as the bus stopped, the staff began unloading the bikes, and then I had to sign a document at the pool office to confirm that I was picking up my bike. After that, I took a moment to look around the station. It was so quiet here at 3 a.m. in the morning with no one else around. Actually, the bus was supposed to stop at the main Pangkalan Bun bus terminal, but since I was carrying cargo, which is my bike, they allowed me to get off here at the pool. With no one around, I decided to head to the nearest mosque to rest and wait for the morning prayer. And the closest one was Al-Hikmah Mosque, just 500 meters away. It's early morning here in Pangkalan Bun, and yeah, I just had a quick nap at Al-Hikmah Mosque, and also didn't forget, of course, to perform subuh prayer. And the plan now is to cycle 20 kilometers to Kumai port, but I think I should wait for several minutes, because it's raining. While waiting the rain to stop, fortunately I found warung nasi. But wait, I don't know exactly it is warung nasi or warung ketoprak, I think. Oh, but maybe it is a warung ketoprak, bro. Before I start the journey today, I'm going to have a breakfast. Let's go. This is ketupat kandangan. It cost me 35,000 rupiah, which I thought was a bit pricey. While eating, I noticed another stall nearby selling bubur ayam sindang hula. The name sounded so Sundanese, just like me, and it made me wonder, could they be from Tasik too? After I had a breakfast, I decided to start my journey for today. Yeah, 20 kilometers cycling. Let's hit the road. After finishing my breakfast, I started cycling 20 kilometers to Panglima Utar Port in Kumai. It is around 7 a.m. in the morning with a light drizzle falling. The roads were nearly empty, making it a peaceful ride. The morning weather was perfect, not too hot, and drizzle added a refreshing touch. I quickly noticed how different Pangkalan Bun's roads are compared to Palangka Raya. Here, the terrain is hilly, ups and downs, that made the ride more challenging but also exciting. I stopped occasionally to drink and catch my breath. One thing that stood out to me was the pedestrian path. They seem much longer here compared to those in Palangka Raya, which I thought it was impressive. The ride so far has been great. Pangkalan Bun is such a cozy city. I'm taking it slow, enjoying the scenery, and making sure to stay hydrated. But yeah, so far, a bit tired. As I reflect on this challenging ride, let me share the journey in a rhyme. After a rest, I felt despair. The hills kept rising everywhere. Each climb seemed endless, hard to bear, as if the goal was never there. But then, ahead, the port appeared. The sight of it, my spirit cheered. The struggles past, the journey clear. The finish line was finally near. Finally, I arrived at Kumai Port. This is my printout ticket. I printed it before leaving just to be safe in case I needed a hard copy for any reason. Yeah, we never know. After checking in with the staff, I began bringing my bike onto the ship. They guided me to the lower deck where my bike would be safe from larger vehicles. One thing to remember, always bring a strap and a paddock stand because here you're responsible for securing your bike on your own. Once everything was secure, I headed up to the passenger deck via the stairs and ready for the next leg of my journey. Hi, so here's my seat for 18 hours. It's basic but dusty though. Anyway, I'm excited to explore the ship, check out the view from the deck or window. Yes, you can see the view from that window, and you can watch the YouTube video, download music, YouTube video. And now let me take you on a quick tour of the ship. First, we have the economy sleeping section. It's basic but functional, of course, for those needing a rest during the journey. Next, we'll check out the restroom. This is toilet. It's fairly clean and features a squat toilet along with a small tap for showering. What interesting is the round ship window inside. It's gonna give you a unique view of the sea, even from the bathroom. It's a quiet, clean toilet, as you can see. Stepping out of the restroom, there's a urinal and a sink for washing hands. The facilities are simple but well maintained. The ship also has a small restaurant on board. I decided to grab some bakso, meatball soup for 20,000 rupiah, and a 1.5 liter bottle of water for 15,000 rupiah. It must be a bit pricier than usual, but that's expected on a ship. Overall, it's nice to have these amenities available during the trip. Let's head up to the top deck and see what it has to offer. From here, you can get a clear view of the harbor, and look, there's another ship docked nearby, waiting just like ours to set sail. The top deck is surprisingly spacious, perfect for catching a breathtaking sunset or sunrise once we are out at sea. Moments later, the ship begins to move. Slowly but surely, we are leaving the dock, drifting away from the neighboring vessel and the shoreline. You can see people on board waving to their loved ones on land, a heartwarming scene that never gets old. As the ship gets underway, I decide to head back to the passenger deck to grab a cup of instant noodles. It's simple, but it will keep me going for a while. On the way, I notice a live performance about to start, part of the ship's entertainment program. However, the music's not quite my style, so I make my way back up to the top deck instead. There's just something about the open sea and fresh air that makes it the perfect spot to relax. Sunlight reflected off the water, creating a calm and beautiful view. Other passengers were also spending time here, some taking pictures, others chatting, or simply watching the sunset. It was a nice moment to share with strangers, all enjoying the same scene. As the sun disappeared below the horizon, the colors of the sky faded, and the full moon came into view. Being the middle of the Hijri month, the moon was bright and clear, casting a soft light over the ocean. After spending some time on the top deck, I headed back to my seat on the passenger deck. By then, it was bedtime and things were a bit chaotic with passengers in economy class finding spots to sleep anywhere they could. Finally, the morning comes up. I woke up feeling fine even after sleeping in the chair. I had used a sarong to cover myself, which made it more comfortable for me. And then, I went to the top deck to check out the sunrise. However, thick clouds covered the sky, and it looked like it was raining in the distance. No sunrise this time, but no worries, the open sea was still a peaceful sight. Other passengers were also on the top deck, enjoying the fresh air and the ocean view. It was a relaxing way to start the day. In a few hours, we'll reach Tanjung Mas Port in Semarang. By the way, during the trip, the ticket included 2 meals, a fried chicken dish for the first meal and vegetable soup for the second. It was simple but it did the job. After an exciting 18-hour journey, we finally arrived at Tanjung Mas Port in Semarang. The atmosphere was lively as passengers began to disembark, each eager to reach their next destination. For larger vehicles parked on the upper deck, they were given priority to leave first. That meant I had to wait a little while before I could retrieve my bike from the lower deck. Soon, it would be time to continue my journey on 2 wheels. The next leg of my journey was 20 kilometers cycling from Tanjung Mas Port to the Budiman Bus Pool in Mangkang. Cycling here had its challenges since Google Maps doesn't provide bike routes. If you are not careful, it might send you onto steep flyovers. It's definitely not ideal for a cyclist like me. Fortunately, I had planned ahead. My route took me through Semarang's charming Kota Lama, where I paused briefly to soak in the nostalgic vibe of its old colonial buildings. From there, I continued through the city center and onto the Pantura Highway. The highway was bustling with large vehicles, making this part of the ride a bit risky. So, extra caution was essential as I navigated the busy road, staying focused and alert. It's really not safe to ride here! Finally, I arrived at Budiman Bus Pool in Mangkang, just in time for my 6:30 p.m. bus to Tasikmalaya. My bike was securely loaded into the rear cabin for a fee of 150,000 rupiah. After hours on the bus, and I ended up arriving at Budiman Pool in Tasik at 4 a.m. And then I set off to bike the last 20 km home. So, what is the best part? Riding through the peaceful roads. This road of Pasironi village, a place I truly love, is the best part. What a journey, yeah. This is my elementary school. after a semester being in Palangka Raya, finally I'm back to Pasir Huni, my village, my hometown. Yay, it's my home. From Palangka Raya to Tasikmalaya, what a journey it's been. While I didn't cycle the entire route, riding 70 kilometers on my bike added a special touch to the adventure. Starting with quiet roads in Kumai, passing through the historical charm of Kota Lama in Semarang, and navigating the busy street of Pantura. Every moment brought its own challenges and rewards. And of course, the ferry ride, sunsets, and unexpected twists like figuring out bike-friendly path made the trip even more memorable. It wasn't just about the kilometers covered, but the experiences along the way. The sights, the people, and the stories. This journey showed me that it's not just about the destination, but the adventure itself. That's it for this journey from Palangka Raya to Tasikmalaya. It wasn't always easy, but it was definitely worth it. From cycling on the road and to the ferry ride, every part of this trip taught me something new. I hope you enjoyed the following along. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more adventure like this. Until next time, keep exploring and stay safe.